Hello and good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, Virgo. This will be a reading as a part of your course correction series that I'm doing for everybody, for all the zodiac signs at this point in time. And today is your turn, I guess, guys. Now, the course correction, as I've explained, is because in life we all need to be corrected, right? As children, we were corrected by our parents, our teachers, later by our professors. During our work period in our life, we have been corrected by our superiors, our seniors. During you know, our years at home, if you guys are married, we have been corrected by our elders in the family. So there is always a course correction that is required in life, right? Which in turn we use for our children, which we in turn use for our young people to course correct. Now, that is the guidance we require, each one of us, whether we are 15 years old or 50 years old. It doesn't matter, right? Now, sometimes the course correction is done by the universe when we as adults, we don't take the course correction in ourselves. We don't listen to guidance. We don't listen to people. We kind of are tempted to use our own logic and intuition, but which sometimes may work, sometimes may not work. But overall, in general, Virgo, we always need the understanding and guidance, right? And that is why we read books, we do spiritual work, we hear good things, anything that makes us feel good with regards to our energy. As far as our course correction is in the life, it's also a learning lesson, right? Course correction comes only when we have learned something about ourselves and we know that we have not done the right thing in the past and we need to do that, or we need to redo that wrong and get into the right track, right? So course correction is helpful from that point of view. Now, if you guys have already done your part of the course correction, you all know where you have gone wrong and you are correcting that, or you have corrected that course, this reading is not for you. But if you want further advice, you want to know more, you want to learn a little bit about yourself, then by all means, this reading is for you guys, okay? Now, this is a timeless reading, Virgo. So, whatever shows up at this point will be according to your timeline. I'm not putting a time on this reading for anybody. So, similarly with yours as well. Okay, now let's get into the reading, guys. Before we get into the energy part of the story with regards to your course correction, the overall energy over here says body changes and moving, right? So, what I'm getting out of this uh, two energy, guys, that you, Virgo, you all have worked on yourself, or you all are asked to work on yourself, which could be with regards to your physical aspect, mental aspect, emotional part of this story, because there is something that is, you're getting ready to move, right? So, for which you have to be in the right frame of mind. You have to be in the right spiritual part of yourself. You have to know yourself better. With this body changes, it's kind of a energy, guys, that talks about your whole holistic self, right? Your holistic self, where you're talking about your mental, physical, emotional part of the story, which may have suffered in your life, where you could have gone through a lot of problems, where you have felt drained with regards to your energy. Some of you guys could be feeling very low energy now, right? You all could be feeling that you all are not ready to do something you all are required to do, where you have to put in a lot of energy and a lot of focus, a lot of attention. So some of you guys could be feeling a lot more on the low energy part of the story with regards uh, to your body, right? And body just not talks about body. Body is comprised of your emotions, of your sentiment, right? Body is comprised of your logical part of the story, a spiritual, holistic approach to, you know, to a wholesome, nourishing quality of life in yourself, right? So that body talks about a lot of things where I feel that you guys could be feeling a lot more drained of your energy, um, for whatever reason, right? But they're saying, guys, that what my spirit is telling you that it's time to work on yourself, Virgo, because there is something that you want to move forward to in your life. Now, that moving forward could be towards your understanding, towards something you want to do for yourself, something that you want to start for yourself, right? Something that requires a lot of energy in yourself, Virgo. So with which is this portion of the story, as your overall energy, that is telling me that spirit is asking you to look after yourself now, to look after your energy level that could be like really not up to the mark as such, right? So for which you will have to, uh, it's a little difficult, of course, when you're not really feeling all that energetic to do something, to really push yourself, right? But it is a required part. It's a course correction, because this is when they're telling you that, universe is going to be pushing you towards something new in your life, something that you have been waiting for, and that could mean anything for anybody. But at the same point in time, this is a requirement, Virgo, that you will have to gear yourself up, really. You have to gear yourself up to move forward, or else you will not be able to energetically push yourself into a new situation or into something that requires a lot of your energy, work, focus, and dedication in your life, Virgo. Okay, now the bottom of the card is religion and spirituality, grief work, and end of an era. Okay, so this is what they're telling you guys is you need to believe in yourself. With religion and spirituality, it's talking about your belief system in life, right? Which is your belief system? It could very well be through your religious upbringing or through your spiritual awakening. It could be anything for anybody. Because grief work, because like I told you, there is a lot of grief that is still lingering in your life, Virgo. It's still lingering, and that is where you have to understand that the grief that you have been sitting with or sitting in, that's coming to an end. It's an end of an era that will come. And when that happens, you will be able to move forward, for which you will have to believe in some kind of religious or spiritual practice in your life, right? Some of you could be very spiritually inclined, some of you could be very religiously inclined. It could be anything for anyone, but whatever that you believe in, guys, you have to believe that destiny has a bigger role to play now in your life. But you need to course correct yourself in here, because that is the important part of the story, Virgo. Right? In order to get up and start doing something that you have been wanting to do for a long time, you need a lot of energy. You definitely need a lot of energy. You need a lot of drive, ambition. Maybe some of you are lacking in ambition now, right? To do something more in your life. So, whatever that situation is, guys, you will have to really, really take care of yourself. It's not an easy job. It's definitely not easy. It's easier said than done, and I know that. But that is what it is, right? That you have to somewhere push yourself out of that grief, because you have to believe that whatever happened, whatever the grief part of the story that happened, guys, was because of a reason in your life, was because of a reason in your life that you have to believe is your spiritual awakening or religious virtues that you are coming to terms with, or you will come to terms with, to understand that you have to end this, or this period is ending in your life. Okay, but again, this is a lot more easier said than done, Virgo, but at the end of the day, this is what the energy is talking to me about. Okay, right, let's get into the reading, guys, because I want to see what it is more about the story here with regards to your course correction here. Let's see here. Can you please tell me the reason for this body changes and moving? What is the reason for Virgo in here with regards to the body changes and moving? Because definitely you could be feeling low energy level right now. So somebody could be telling you, oh, come on, let's do this, let's do that, let's go out. And you might be saying, no, not really interested, right? I'm better off at home. And I'm talking about that kind of an energy as well for some of you guys. So what is the reason for this body changes and moving here? What is the reason, please? What kind of a reason do you want to tell me here? Okay. All right. Let's look at the next card in here, guys, and which is my next question to my spirit is, what is a spiritual understanding for Virgo? What kind of a spiritual understanding and experience are they going through or will be going through in regards to this course correction? What is the spiritual lesson and the spiritual experience and understanding for this course correction for Virgo? What is the spiritual lesson and the spiritual understanding as a part of the course correction for Virgo here? Okay. My next question would be, what is the sacrifice that Virgo needs to make in order to redeem their own self? What is the sacrifice? What is the sacrifice that Virgo needs to make in here? What kind of a sacrifice does Virgo need to make here? My next question would be, what is the strength? What kind of strength is there in this course correction energy for Virgo? What kind of strength is there in the course correction energy for Virgo? What strength are we looking at here? Okay. And the last question, which is your outcome, as I always say, guys, that this outcome is not time, is not in the time frame for me, because this could be in your timeline. So whenever that timeline clicks in for your outcome, that's what you will see in your life in here from this course correction energy here, okay? So what is the outcome that you have for Virgo here? Okay. So, with the first lesson, guys, with the first understanding in here, as I said, you guys could be feeling a lot more low energy level at this point, right? Where you are right now, you're not like ready to move anywhere, but there is something that is urging you to probably take some rest as well, give yourself some time in order to recharge yourself and move, right? To recharge yourself and move. Like I said, you're not there in the quite in that energy as of now where you want to really push yourself. But again, they're telling you get ready for something here that you will have to push yourself into, right? But for which the reason is transformation. This is card number 13, or it's talking about the death card. So something in your life, Virgo, is going through a huge change at this point, okay? Because death is a part of the transition where you're moving from one cycle or from one phase of your life to another, more so, is what I'm getting. And that is the reason that a lot of things in your life or even in yourself, I don't know why these cards are falling off over and over, but I'm trying to keep it. That is why you're probably going through some kind of even physical appearance change for some people. Maybe, you'll have started to look after yourself a little bit more. Something about yourself that you had not paid attention to before as well. For some, I'm even getting that, right? But something is urging you to change something in your life to move ahead. But like I said, at this point, it could be very low energy that you're going through because again, something new with this transformation card, guys, is the death card, and death is all about moving from one cycle of life into another, right? And death happens only when that time period is here at this point, which is telling you that, it's time for a change, basically. It's time for a change from whatever you have been doing before, Virgo, to now what you want to do further in your life, right? It's an end of a cycle. So you're ending that grief. Remember, I said end of the grief work, right? So there is something in your life that you're ending, basically. A new beginning, a new change, a new metamorphosis in life. It's basically going through a self metamorphosis. Now, this could be an internal metamorphosis you guys are going through, or it could be an external metamorphosis, right? But it has a lot of power. The death card has a lot of power, right? And it's one of the most positive card in the tarot deck because death talks about a complete change of your personality. For some, it also could be that a complete change of your personality from what you have been before to what you're becoming today, right? So some of you guys are closing one door to open the other door, and where you want to put your past behind you so that you can focus on your energy, on your new energy to move forward into something new, right? Some of you, like I said, is going through a huge metamorphosis right now where the old version of yourself needs to die out and the new version can be created. It could, like I said, it can be, it's very easy said than done. It can be a little bit scary as well. But even if you're scared of whatever is happening in you or with you, Virgo, you should welcome that change because it is for your good. Okay, which also could mean for some people letting go of unhealthy attachment in your life. Okay, an important part of life to learn to keep moving forward is one of the lessons of the death card here. To learn to keep moving forward, it's very important, guys, because unless you can do that, you are not going to rectify or course correct anything in your life. So there is a huge course correction energy that is coming up in here with your understanding, metamorphosis, with your life cycle, with your emotional part of the story. It could be anything for anybody, but it's a complete revamp, right? It's a complete TLC of yourself. And this is the reason why you could be feeling a little bit low, but this is an ongoing process. So this energy could be a little bit low for some time because there is a lot of internal and external changes that is happening in yourself, Virgo. So don't worry about it. Don't panic. It could be a little bit scary. Like you could be thinking, that usually I'm a fun loving person. Anybody tells me to do something, I immediately run. But today I don't feel like doing that, right? What's wrong with me? You could be asking that question in yourself too. But don't worry about it. Don't panic, Virgo, because this is the phase. This is the reason. This is the situation with your energy here. Okay, so okay, it's fine. A couple of days, a couple of weeks, give yourself time to come out of that situation. It could take, for some, it could take even months, a little bit like a month or 2 months or whatever, right? But give yourself some time to go through this period of change, because as you change, your life changes. Remember that. So a lot of things in your life could also be moving and shifting, where you're finding it a little bit scary to look after everything at the same point in time. It could be a little bit of a panic situation as well, Virgo. Right? So here they are telling you it's okay. Some of you guys could be changing, moving houses, shifting jobs, relocation, anything, or just if not physical, it's an internal process, even internally, right? A lot of grief that you had been, because the past had been holding a lot of grief in your life. That is also some energy that needs to be gone, right? When you have to come to terms with your religious and spiritual self to understand that it's time for you to move away from the difficulty in your life and end that difficulty in order to move forward towards your progress in life. Okay, so let's look at the transformation. Please talk to me about the death card or transformation. But whatever is happening, you could be feeling like, the energy that I'm getting out of this death card here, guys, is like, what is going on? Like, why am I feeling like this? What is it? Like you're a little bit astounded by even your own energy, where you're feeling that a little bit helpless and lost in yourself to understand what is really happening with you. That kind of a situation is what I'm getting, right? Successfully overcoming a problem. Here, look, bridge. So this is where you are leaving the past to move forward. So this transition, this energy at this point is kind of a little bit ruffling your feathers. Definitely. Ruffling your feathers, Virgo, right? Where you're like, what is going on? Like the question is right there, but at the same time, if you can handle this energy, right? If you can handle this energy well, even in your body, and balance it out in yourself, you will be able to move forward. It's a little bit scary energy for sure, guys, but this is a very, very positive energy that you're going through at this point in time, because somewhere you are shedding off your old skin. You know how the snake always yearly or 2 year, I'm not sure what is the time period, they normally will shed off their old skin to get into their new skin. So in your case, Virgo, is the same kind of an energy I'm getting, where you're building a bridge to successfully overcome all problems from your past and moving into your future, right? And that is a little bit You know what I mean? A little bit kind of, oh, can I? Scary, afraid. Okay. Now, the next question is your spiritual experience lesson of the situation. What is the spiritual experience and lesson that you're learning or you will be learning from this kind of an energy? And you get the Ace of Swords in the reverse, right? Your triumphant success. So, there is something in your life, Virgo, that you have not been able to achieve before, your success, right? Where you could like literally be happy about something in your life, truly. But instead of that, you have gone through a lot of confusion, lot of brutality, and lot of chaotic energy here. That is your spiritual lesson and experience of your change, right? Of this change, where a lot of success that you could have otherwise achieved in your life did not happen, and you went through a period of lot of chaos, lot of brutality, and like I said, lot of confusion because you didn't know what you should be doing with yourself. Very chaotic thoughts, very confused thoughts, where you couldn't really make a decision in your life. You didn't have clarity on the decision, right? Where you probably had a lot of failures to deal with as well. So, the spiritual part of the lesson, guys, is what they are telling you. It's because of this transition or transformation. This is the time to take a step back. Take a step back, lay over, think rationally through every stage of your life rather than acting on any impulsive decision now, right? Excuse me, because everything is still very confused and kind of chaotic in your life, not very clear. So it might be a good idea to seek advice from people about yourself, okay? Because you definitely have gone through a spiritual experience of learning about failure as well, right? You have gone through that where you could not understand what it is that you have to do in order to achieve your success in your life, right? But that has been your spiritual understanding and lesson where you're coming to your understanding or you will be learning through your failures, through your downs, right? Whatever you have not got in your life and why you haven't got it. You will find the answer as soon as you can build the bridge between your past, excuse me, between your past and going into your future, right? So this transition, because this transition is on for you, Virgo, this is where the spiritual experience and lesson of your understanding is also coming up on the surface for your own benefit, where you want to take a step back now. You really want to take a step back to rehearse yourself with the ideas or the confusions that you have had before so that you don't repeat them again. Basically, learning from your past failures in life. What had happened, why it happened, right? Please talk to me about the triumph, about the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So this is calling for, yeah, see, be aware of great pride. Yeah, so this could be peacock. Yeah, this could be the reason that, guys, you were in a lot of pride and ego when you have failed to achieve that success because pride was standing in your way, which is the bridge, which is the changeover, which is the bridge from your past to your present and moving into your future to understand why the success has not happened. And not because somebody stopped you from that, somebody halted you from getting into your success part of the story, but because of your pride. You had a lot of pride, Virgo, that came in your way where you could not see through your confused self because you could not go above that pride in your life to see the truth for yourself. Pride was in the way, and that's a spiritual learning. That's a spiritual experience you're coming to terms with, or you will understand. Or you will understand because a lot of things in life, guys, we do, like I said, we don't understand unless somebody really, puts the finger on your in your eyes and tells you, hey, look, this is where you have been going wrong. And that's where it's like an awakening. You're like, oh wow, yeah, I didn't think about that, or I really did not analyze myself in that way. I thought I'm not being prideful. I thought I'm not being proud. I thought I was being very, very nice with other people, but I did not realize that I had a lot of pride. And that was a part of my failure here, where I could not bend over my back to remove the pride and agree with people or agree on certain situations in my life because I was like, I won't do it. Right? That is your spiritual learning and experience, guys. You will come to terms with. You will come to terms with. Now, your sacrifice. You got two cards in here. The first is talking about fertility, or this is like the Empress energy, guys. So, what they are telling you here, your sacrifice will have to be your pride. If you want to give birth to something in your life, because Empress energy is all about creativity, fertility, nurturing, it's a very maternal energy of somebody where you bring in a lot of luck, good fortune with your nurturing self, lot of abundance, lot of creativity, lot of good life force, love, everything. So if you have to move forward, your sacrifice will be that of your pride. Will have to be that of your pride in order to give birth to something in your life with your movement, choices, and decisions. So, whatever choices, decisions, and movement you make for yourself, it's like the Two of Wand energy, guys, where you have been holding on for some kind of a change in your life. Some of you could have been scared to move forward. That part of your life, the fear, the scare, has to come to an end as well. That will be your sacrifice in here, Virgo. But the main sacrifice over here, guys, what I'm getting is your fertility, which is talking about you bringing back that abundance. And for you to bring back the abundance even in yourself, for your own self growth, you have to get over this pride in here. Very important for you guys. Okay, because that's when you will be able to move without getting scared about your decisions. Because somewhere you're scared to move forward because you're not sure if you can be really happy in that situation, or if you can really give birth to something in your life that you are looking forward to. You're somewhat scared to take that leap of faith or make that change in your life, Virgo, right? So here it is, guys. You have to get rid of that confusion. You have to get rid of that chaos. You have gone through that. That period of grief is coming to an end, but you have to do the right thing. This is your course correction energy right here, as with your fertility card. Please talk to me about fertility. So what they are telling you, if you are still very much in your pride and ego, you will not be able to give birth, because that will come in your way to confuse you, to again bring back the brutality, right? Please talk to me about the fertility card here. It will give you a hard time. So in order for you to move forward towards your own abundance, to your self growth, you have to think rationally. Take your time, guys. Take a step back. Like I said, reevaluate yourself. Success, yeah, fertility and success, right? It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you, Virgo. Now what you do with your pride and ego is completely up to you. It's completely up to you. But if you can manage to course correct yourself, Success is at your doorstep, right here. Because that's where you're scared to move forward because you don't know. You really are not getting through that clarity here, right? Because your spiritual lesson and understanding should be teaching you, but like they're saying, you're still not very clear about the clarity part of the story, right? The movement, choices, and decisions. Please talk to me about that here. Holy, okay, hold on, guys. There's another card that came out here. Bear with me for a second. Right here. Love and happiness. Wow. And the month of January. Okay. So something by January will click in your place, guys, where you will be able to move forward towards your love, happiness, and success. Wow. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. But this is your sacrifice you will have to make. And I told you what is that sacrifice you will have to make in order to get back your success, love, happiness. And January, what they're telling me is the month. So it could be January, it could be February. For some, it could be December for some. For some, it could be March. But that is the period, the winter time, right? So something will make you very happy with regards to your love and happiness, success in something, bringing back fruition to move forward that you are scared, but you have to sacrifice that part of the story here, guys. Very, very important here. Okay, let's move on. And what is your strength? Let's see. Third eye chakra in the reverse. So, what they are telling you, guys, you have to open your third eye chakra. It's definitely you're not being able to open the third eye chakra. And when the third eye chakra is closed, you're not being able to envision yourself well. Right? That is your strength. That now it's time for you to open the third eye chakra. There is a lot of YouTube videos that you will get in order for chakra clearance to happen. Right? So third eye, third eye chakra in the reverse is clearly talking about you not being able to look that far as of now. You're getting blocked. You're getting blocked. But your strength is if you can open yourself up and see through the facade of whatever has happened, you'll be able to see clearly. That's your strength, right? Because like the seven of swords, deception and envy. So it could be that you haven't yet seen something in your life as your strength, or you have been numbing that. You have been numbing that vision. You have not been able to get a hold of this vision. But your strength is understanding once you can open the third eye chakra and the seven of swords, there is some kind of a deceptive energy that somebody has done to you, or you will be able to see it, through which you will get back your strength. Because mental conflict, like okay, I get it. Hold on, guys. So what they're saying is your strength, okay, there has been a lot of deception and envy in your life that you have encountered from other people, which in turn, the two of swords, which in turn has caused you a lot of mental anxiety, right? You have gone through a lot of mental anxiety because many a times people have played against you, not for you. Let me put it like that. People have played against you, not for you. So here it is, and that has happened, guys. Your strength did not come here. It's because your third eye chakra was not opened. So the moment you can open your third eye chakra, you can also figure out for yourself why this happened in your life. Why people have played against you and not for you. And where you have been very conflicted, understanding the whole situation for yourself. That's because your strength, which should have been like this, where you would have been able to see through very clearly, you could not see through that portion in your life, Virgo. And that is where they're telling you bring your strength back. Bring your strength back in order to understand what happened in here with regards to somebody cheating, deceiving, lying to you, where you got caught in that mental conflict and very chaotic energy with this Ace of Sword as well, where probably again pride stood in your way that you refused to see the whole picture from a different perspective. It also could be that. Okay? But the third eye chakra had been closed. So your strength will come back, guys, once you can reopen this third eye chakra. Please talk to me about the third eye chakra in the reverse here. Yeah, see? Good advice from a wise person. There you go. That's what they're telling you. Take advice from people. You know, you have friends, you have people in your life, like an owl, which is a spirit card, right? Somebody who is very, very spiritually inclined can help you move forward, can show you your path, can bring good advice to you with regards to your opening of your eye, third eye, right? They can be that spirit animal here, right? Somebody who is near you, Virgo, in that spirit animal form as the owl, who can show you with this deception and envy and mental conflict that why all everything has happened. So you do have that strength here from somebody here, guys, somebody who is here to guide you, to make you understand what exactly has gone wrong and where you were confused with yourself as well, Virgo. Okay, let's look at the deception and envy. So you have to understand that you cannot hold your pride and ego. It's time for you to talk to people, right? Get good advice from people with regards to your own understanding as well. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Yeah. And somebody will tell you, somebody will guide you through this deception and envy, where there is this marriage part of the story coming up in here. Mental conflict. Please talk to me about the mental conflict in here. What is this mental conflict? So there is a lot of strength, guys. A lot of happiness that's coming back into your life, Virgo. Mental conflict. Please talk to me about the mental conflict here. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, excuse me. You'll be shown the way. And March, yeah, between January and March, guys, something is moving in your life. Towards, that's where the moving part of the story is coming. Okay. Between January and March, and I told you that it could be December to March, right? Between January and March, there will be a lot of strength that is coming back into your life because something good, like a marriage or romance or business, is happening with some kind of partnership where somebody is bringing back a good advice to you, and that advice is coming from a very wise person who will show you the way towards your success during this period in time, when you will come out of the mental conflict in order to understand that you can definitely make things happen in your life. That could be either marriage, romantic, or business partnership. So there is a lot of strength from somebody else in your life, guys. A lot of strength from somebody else in your life who will come in your life, Virgo. Where you could have been thinking that somebody is deceiving you with this proposal here towards your marriage, romance, or business. You could be feeling that way, that somebody is deceiving or playing games against you. And this person will correct that for you. So your strength lies in somebody else here, Virgo. Your strength lies in somebody else here who will help you to open your third eye chakra and see things for real. And settle that issue of that mental conflict that has been persisting in your life, where you're not sure if somebody is fooling you, cheating you, or are they being really serious about a proposal of marriage, romance, or business truly in your life? Yeah, yeah. You have that strength, guys, and that strength is coming from spirit directly. Even if it's not a person, it will come from your spiritual awakening here, where you will be able to see the complete truth in your life. And there is a lot of spiritual strength. That's why you got religion and spirituality here. You have a lot of spiritual strength in this reading for you, for yourself, Virgo. 100%. You do have a lot of spiritual strength, guys, which is damn good. Okay, so which means that a lot of issues that you have been sitting with, not knowing what to do for your life, is coming to an end. Things are going to get all cleared up because your outcome is your crown chakra, look, which is your mind, right? Where the light flows in, where everything becomes clear. Your crown. So as soon as the strength from your spiritual awakening happens, even if it's not a person, your own spiritual and religious belief wakens you up, your crown chakra will be cleared along with your sacral chakra as well, which is talking about your passion, pleasure, sensuality, and sexuality in life, right? So something that, okay, some of you guys could have been feeling that somebody has been using you and playing games with you, right? They could have been possibly using you to have their fun, but they were not serious about you. And that is where that entire thing will clear up as soon as you can learn about the whole story from your spiritual awakening or from a person who is connected to the spirit animal of the owl. Anything can happen. And that is where the outcome will be like all of a sudden will completely clear your confusion and your state of chaotic situation here, guys. Please talk to me about the crown chakra. So your course correction is your pride. And yeah, your course correction is your pride, guys. Please talk to me about the crown chakra. That is a heavy course correction you will have to do. New opportunities, possibilities, and path opening up with the kite vacation. Yeah, some of you guys could be even going for a trip, for a vacation, new possibilities with your crown chakra. A lot of things will come back to light where you will be able to think in a different way, right? New path is opening. Some of you guys, like I said, could be going for a vacation. There could be the marriage proposal coming up there as well, or a business partnership that will take you further towards a vacation, towards a new path, towards new opportunities in your life, Virgo. Please talk to me about the sacral chakra here. It also could be a business trip for some of you as well. Please talk to me about the sacral chakra. That will immediately bring you back into life. Please talk to me about the sacral chakra. Yeah, that will immediately bring you back into life, Virgo, where you will see life from a totally different angle. Honor and respect will come to you. Look, I've never seen a reading like this. And I've been doing so many course correction reading, guys, but till today, yours has been the most, very, it's not beautiful. It's just not beautiful. It's just enigmatic, if that's the word I would say here. It's been just enigmatic because the bottom of the deck, look, obstacles and challenges, trapped in fear, victory and success, rejoice and celebration, and devil in the reverse towards harmony here. Yeah. So there has been a lot of learning lessons, guys. Lot of learning lessons through which you will be crossing, moving over, because you will be releasing a lot of your, this is a transformation. You will be releasing a lot of this toxicity even in yourself, Virgo. You will be releasing a lot of negativity from yourself. And that is why you're going towards your success story, because this transformation is helping you to move through this course correction. The only hindering point here is your spiritual learning and experience of your pride. That is where you have to be careful about as you move towards your success part of the story. That is all coming back to you guys. That will help you to move forward if you can take care of yourself here, right? That is where the only hindering part of the story is. Other than that, whatever you had not been able to work for before is all going to come back to you, because there is an end of an era of grief that had been with you for a long time, Virgo. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys, until we see you once again. Till then, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and take care.